Sam, I'm restless, Carly. You are supposed to be having a pregnancy crisis. Anyone could have just walked in here, especially our not-so-esteemed DA. You need to be more careful. I don't understand, Sam. What is your problem? Jason and Sonny are moving heaven and earth to try and fix things for you. Not only are they fighting the extradition, they intend on having it cleared. You should be jumping for joy instead of moping around like someone just shot your...
You don't understand,
That's
Carly.
what I just said.
If this case comes under scrutiny, I am finished, okay?
Excuse me, was that just a confession?
No,
Did you say that you just burned your mother's house down and killed her?
It doesn't matter, because you know what? I'm going to prison either way.
You're not going anywhere. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that you remain in the hospital and out of prison.
You couldn't wait to ship me off to South Carolina. What changed your mind?
Well, that's a good question.
Well, I think the reason would be fairly evident. Your pregnancy is at risk.
Yeah, and since when has a pregnancy
I am
ever
trying to have a
mattered
conversation
to you?
with Miss McCall. Is there any reason you need to be here?
Yeah, I want her here, Rick.
That's good, because you may need a witness.
Look, I'm prepared to use a few legal maneuvers that I have. Why? Because I happen to think that this child deserves a better start in life. Being born in prison is sort of counterproductive to that. I'll be in touch.
You're lying, Rick.
Of course you think so.
No, Rick, I don't think. I know. From painful experience. And Sam and her baby are just another one of your pawns in the endless struggle to ruin Sonny's life. You would like nothing better than for Sonny's child to be born in prison, so why are you pretending that you don't?
You know what, Carly, I'm not pretending anything. I do think that my brother needs to pay for all of the despicable things that he's done in his life. I've made no secret of that.
Here we go. Buttons pushed.
Well, you know what? You brought it up.
Ready.
Your beloved husband happens to be a career criminal, if you haven't noticed that. Sonny breaks the law like it's something he does every day, like he gets up, like he has breakfast. You know, people suffer, they die. But Sonny, he goes along with his life without even so much as a backward glance. Why shouldn't he be made to answer? And as the DA, why shouldn't I be able to do my job to make sure that he does?
Rick, you don't care what Sonny does. You would help him if he'd let you, but he wants nothing to do with his pathetic worm of a brother, and it eats you up.
You know what? This is all ancient
inside.
history. I'm invested in the future right now, and that includes that unborn child that Sam is about to bring into this world. The child should not have all of the cards stacked against it before it even has a chance to make an appearance.
You're projecting, Rick. This is not about you. This child is Sonny's responsibility. It's for him to obsess and worry about, not you. You need more than voice lessons.
You continually surprise me, Carly.
Yeah, well, you are predictable as hell.
You know, how could you, beyond anybody else, refuse to believe that somebody is capable of change, huh? When you yourself are willing to tell anybody who will listen that you did, right? Sonny recently found forgiveness in his heart. The great oracle Jason, who tells the truth and nothing but, has recently been lying like crazy. But me, right? Me, I'm the only one who's not allowed to change.
What do you think, Alexis? Has Rick changed?
Well, I think I deserve an answer to that.
I don't have one.
Yeah, right, that's a cop-out.
What do you want from me, Rick?
Well, not forgiveness, that's for sure. I mean, what I did to Carly was reprehensible.
What you did to Carly was psychotic. Hey, hi. What are you doing? Oh, you heard about Sam, huh? Yeah, is she okay? Yeah, she's fine. Okay. Oh, my mistake. You are not here for Sam. I heard that Jax got shot. Yeah. Did you do it? Funny. Of course not. No, but I did. I brought him here, so. What happened? I can't say. What? You can't say to me? Not to you, not to Sonny or Jason, nobody. Oh my God. Oh my God, up until this minute I thought you were just using Jax as a distraction from Jason, but it's more, you're falling for him, aren't you? Yeah, I think I am. I cannot believe what I am hearing. You and Jax? Well, Carly,
I've been trying to tell you for months that I was trying to move on.
yeah, I know, but I just figured that you and Jason were being stubborn and eventually you would get back together.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Okay, I just have a question for you. I mean, here you are running around with Jax in some mysterious gunplay. And how is that so very different from what you objected to with Jason?
Jax is a normal person, Carly, who got dragged into something bad. Okay, this isn't the way that he lives his life. So I don't want to fight with you about this, okay? You're my best friend. You're supposed to support the choices I make, even if they aren't the ones that you would have made for me.
Support? You...
Can you try, at least? Please?
Yeah, I will try, but I want you to realize something. And if you really commit yourself to Jax, you have just closed the door on anything that happened with you and Jason.
Hey, what's up?
What?
I've been thinking about what you said.
What did I say? Was it awful? God, if it was, I'm so sorry. I've been all over the place lately, and
Do you really think that if I have a relationship with Jax, that means there's no chance with me and Jason? I mean, not that I want a chance. I need clarification.
Courtney, I like to think that I know Jason better than anyone else, but it's pretty obvious that I don't. Because he lied to you and to me about being the father of Sam's baby. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am, maybe you and Jax, you can have a red-hot love affair, and then you can end up with Jason and live happily ever after.
Trust me, Carly, I don't see a red-hot love affair with anyone in my immediate future.
Really? Don't say that, because I'll get my hopes up, and then... Sweetie, there's nothing I would like more than for things to be back the way they used to be. With you and Jason across the hall, and me and Sonny and the kids, and... no baby that he is about to have with another woman. But you can't go back. Right? So you gotta figure out what you can deal with, and you try and be happy.
So is that why you chose to stay with Sonny?
Oh, you have no idea how close I came to walking out. It was no surprise to me. When Sonny told me the baby was his, it was confirmation. What I already knew. But it hurt me so much that I could barely breathe. He lied. Jason lied, and Sam is having that little girl I always wanted.
So what made you go back to him, Carly, after he'd hurt you so bad?
You want the good reasons, you want the bad reasons.
Good first.
I love him. I love him, and I cannot stop. I will love him always and forever. So it became a choice. Now, am I going to love him and make it work, or am I going to love him and accept that it just never will? We have 2 boys together. And I grew up without a dad, and it has been a hole inside of me that I have never been able to fill. I don't want it for my boys. And Sonny doesn't either, so that's something we agree on.
So what are the bad reasons?
I am selfish and I'm competitive.
Look, I could have walked out with my pride. Right? And I could have made Sonny feel so guilty that he never would have fought me for custody. I could have gotten all the alimony, all the child support that I ever wanted. And you know I would have taken him because I like being rich. It is a simple fact.
Okay, so you walk out, head held high, with both your sons, money in the bank, free to meet someone new.
Yeah, who would never be what Sonny is to me. He would never be what Sonny is to me. And then Sam could move back in. And she would live in my house. And she would sleep in my bed again and decorate my kid's room for her child. What, so I walk out with my pride and nothing else? No, there's no way in hell. There's no way I'm going to be living across town, miserable, trying to start my life over again while she gets the life I fought so hard to have.
You can live like this?
Listen, for better, for worse, I slept in my bed again last night with Sonny next to me. And he woke up 4 times to reach out to hold on to me. I was okay with it. I was where I chose to be.
Charlie. Let me hazard a guess. You're here to see Sam.
Why I'm here is none of your business,
Well,
right?
see, I'm the DA. Sam is a convicted murderer. It's very much my business to make sure she goes to prison. And you, sweetheart, are in a position to help.
And why would I do that?
Well, if not for anything else, to help yourself, of course. Hey. Oh, Carly, you hate Sam. Let's not pretend that you don't.
Okay, don't you pretend that you know me. For your information, Sam has no effect on me one way or the other. Sonny is with me now.
Yeah, well, for now. I don't notice Sam picking up all of her marbles and going home. Maybe she's biding her time.
Oh, the way that you do?
Sam seduced Sonny once before, which means he was attracted. And let's not forget, she is pregnant with his child. A little dark-haired pink bundle of joy. I'm sure that child is going to be like a magnet on Sonny. Sam will make sure of it. The only foolproof way for you to protect your marriage is to make sure that Sam goes to jail for the crime that we both know she committed.
Rick, the last I heard, Sam was cleared by some convict on death row in Texas.
Yeah, I'm sure she's going to be very grateful to Sonny for orchestrating that. I can only imagine how she's going to show her gratitude. I bet you can, too. Work with me, Carly. Help me to prove that Sam is guilty and that that convict's confession is not worth the paper it was printed on.
Thanks, Sweetie Pea.
Carly, I'm not trying to incriminate Sonny. I just want to see justice be served. Sam killed her mother in that house fire. She deserves to pay for it.
And wasn't it, just yesterday you were trying to convince people that you would move mountains so Sam wouldn't have to give birth to her baby in prison? Yeah, so what changed,
Now, a
Rick?
false confession came in. See, I was prepared to give Sam the benefit of the doubt. I was not going to railroad a pregnant woman or violate her rights in any way just because she happens to be the pregnant girlfriend of my despised brother. But it seems that some death row convict comes up with a confession, probably to buy the family that he left behind a nice life. But that's not okay with me. Look, I don't want to nail Sonny. I don't care if he arranged this whole confession or not. I'm not going to nail him for obstruction or anything else. I just need to know that it's false. I'm not going to let Sam play me for a fool.
What do you want from me?
Name, cancel check, anything to show that Jason or anybody else that works for Sonny made a trip to Texas. Anything to disprove the confession.
And in return, what?
Well, you get Sam McCall out of your life for good.
All right, I'll help you. Hey, you must be feeling pretty good right now, huh?
Yeah, are you kidding me? I'm a nervous wreck right now. My extradition hearing is in a couple of hours, and I'm just...
It's pretty much a formality at this point, though, right?
Thanks to Jason and Sonny, they got some death row inmate to confess to your crime. Convict takes your guilt to the grave, and you get to have your baby in peace.
Right, right. I will believe that when I see it, though.
It'll happen. I mean, Jason and Sonny, they explained to you how they pulled it off, right?
Yeah, Sonny said that they contacted one lawyer who put them in touch with the attorney who represented the convict.
Right. Go-betweens. So the confession can't be traced back.
Yeah.
And the prisoner's dead, so he can't retract it. See, you are home free. God, what was the name of that lawyer again? The one that worked at Sonny's end? Was it
Carter. What are you doing here?
This has been my life for so long. I can't imagine what it would be like to stop running. I mean, to not have the shadow of my mother's death hanging over me. I'm really grateful to the man who made this possible.
Yeah, well, it isn't over yet. We still have a hearing to go through.
If the confession holds up, Sam will be exonerated.
Yeah. Listen, Sonny, we gotta go. We gotta get Michael from day camp.
Can you do me a favor? Pick him up. I gotta go over something with her.
Fine.
If the confession holds up, Sam will be exonerated.
Rick, I have a visit with Sam.
You got her to confide in you already? I am impressed.
I never knew who started the fire, and I couldn't believe it when it turned out to be this Texas convict. And I guess he didn't want to die with my mother's murder on his conscience. And thank God he came forward in time. This has been my life for so long. I can't imagine what it'll be like to stop running, to not have the shadow of my mother's death hanging over me. I'm really grateful to the man who made this possible.
There's no chance that Sam is conning you.
No, there is no chance at all. Mission accomplished. Rick listened to the tape.
Did he buy?
Yeah, he seemed frustrated, so I don't think your little girl's going to be born in prison.
I appreciate what you've done, I mean, help me with my baby and all, and Sam, it means a lot to me, I'm serious.
I know.
I appreciate what you've done, I mean, help me with my baby and all, and Sam, it means a lot to me, I'm serious.
I know.
We're ready to take you to court.
Okay, I'm ready.
Don't worry, okay? It's gonna be over soon.
You're gonna be subpoenaed. Testified Sam's hearing.
How private?
Want to tell me?
Mr. Barron's confession to the murder of Evelyn Mest has been investigated by the Texas Department of Corrections and the South Carolina Attorney General's office. And in light of these new discoveries, I'm petitioning the court to vacate Ms. McCall's conviction and release her immediately.
State of New York objects to counsel's motion. David Barron's confession is a complete fabrication, a blatant lie which was bought and purchased by the father of Sam McCall's unborn child in order to avoid Ms. McCall from serving out her justly imposed prison sentence.
Those are serious charges, Mr. Lansing.
I'm prepared to back them up, Your Honor.
Then call your first witness.
Thank you. The state calls Michael Corinthos Jr. to the stand. Your Honor, I'd like to let the record show that Mr. Corinthos and I are half-brothers and that we are estranged.
So noted. Proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Corinthos, is it true that you are the father of Sam McCall's unborn child?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's safe to say that you have a vested interest in the outcome of today's hearing. You don't want to see your daughter born in prison, right?
That's true.
Also safe to say that you would do anything to make sure that Sam McCall is exonerated today.
Well, that's not up to me.
Familiar with the practice of commissioning confessions from death row inmates in exchange for lifetime support for the families that they leave behind, Mr. Corinthos?
Objection. Leading, Your Honor.
Confine your questions to the particulars of Miss McCall's case, Mr. Lansing.
Does the name David Barron mean anything to you?
No.
Well, it should. He is the inmate who confessed to setting the fire that killed Evelyn Mest, provided a convenient alibi for the mother of your child. Did you hire somebody to commission that confession?
No.
You know that David Barron had a wife, Erica, and 2 small children? Let me ask you this. How much is it going to cost you to send both of those kids through college and then provide for Erica for the rest of her life?
Your Honor, I'm objecting again to this line of questioning.
The witness has answered the question, Mr. Lansing. If you don't have any evidence to substantiate your claim, I'm going to excuse Mr. Corinthos from the stand.
Mr. Corinthos, are you aware that perjury is a felony and may result in a prison sentence?
Yeah, I am.
I'll ask you again. Did you buy David Barron's confession in order to exonerate Samantha McCall?
No, I did not.
No further questions.
Mr. Corinthos, the DA has stated for the record that you and he are estranged half-brothers. Could you elaborate, please?
Rick and I have the same mother.
Were you raised together?
No.
Did you spend any time together?
No.
Were you even aware of each other?
I wasn't aware of Rick until he showed up on my door in 2002.
At which time he introduced himself as your brother?
No, actually, he applied for a job. He said he wanted to be my attorney.
So, Mr. Lansing, your brother initially lied to you.
Yes.
Has he lied to you about anything else?
Objection, Your Honor. This is irrelevant.
Your Honor, the district attorney is the one who opened up this line of questioning. I'm merely trying to demonstrate his motive for the allegations regarding Mr. Corinthos.
Objection overruled. Answer the question, Mr. Corinthos.
Rick has lied to me on several occasions.
Tell me, Mr. Corinthos, why do you think your brother hates you so much?
I just want to resign as a contender for grandmother's estate.
No, Emily. Lila made it very clear.
Rick's angry because my mother chose to raise me alone instead of giving me up for adoption so she could live with him and his father.
So your brother is punishing you for something that happened when you were 6 years old?
Yeah.
Objection, Your Honor. This testimony is completely irrelevant. It's malicious. It's
Overruled. Continue, Miss Davis.
Thank you. Do you believe D.A. Lansing's allegations that you purchased the confession that exonerated Miss McCall stems from his personal dislike of you?
Yes.
In fact, do you think that Mr. Lansing is jealous of you?
Yes.
Because your mother liked you best?
There doesn't seem to be any other reason.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
I'm calling a brief recess.
I tried to warn you.
Congratulations, Counselor. That was the most brilliant display of suborning perjury I've ever seen.
Sam is innocent, and Sonny told the
Sonny
truth.
obstructed justice, and he lied about it under oath. He's going to burn for it, and so are you. Just know that you brought it on yourself.
The confession of David Barron regarding the act of arson, which led to the death of Evelyn Mest, has been investigated and verified by the Texas Department of Corrections and the State Attorney General's Office of South Carolina. Said confession, having been accepted as true and authentic, the verdict against Samantha McCall is hereby vacated. Ms. McCall, you are free to go. This court is adjourned.
Okay, there is a line.
Bother you that you just perjured yourself? I didn't know because I didn't look. You know, Jason got all the details. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't pay a dime.
Well, thank God you didn't, because Rick was out for blood.
I mean, Alexis is the one that sealed the deal. You know, Jay's my guts, but for whatever reason, she wanted to believe me. All I had to do was tell her what she wanted to hear. I want to thank you again for what you did with Sam and all.
Yeah, I'm glad things all worked out. Although I do hope you have a lot of cash on hand, because I think Alexis is going to charge you a fortune for this one.
It's all right. She earned it.
Do you miss Alexis being your lawyer?
Not really. I mean, as far as a lawyer, she was pretty high maintenance. And then things got complicated. I don't want to get into that.